watching the replay. I'm waiting for people to join. It's good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. I'm gonna wait for some people to join. I'm gonna come right back. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see everybody that is joining. Hello, guys. You know I had to come live, chat for a little bit, give you guys some tips and tricks and things like that. Hey, how you doing, Miss Randall? How are you? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. It's good to see everybody. All right, that's popcorn right there. That's popcorn. You ain't better say nothing wrong to popcorn. You might just get popped. All right, it's so good to see everybody. I'm just waiting for you guys to join a little bit more. Hello, hello, guys. You know I'm always coming live to do some free trips, tricks, and tips. Yes, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well too. All right, so let's start it off by saying, guys, I'm so excited about everything we've been doing. If you do not know by now, I want to make a quick announcement. Do not forget to join us on the 3rd of next month. We're doing a coconut, soy, paraffin, and parasoy wax melt class, all combined into one. And if you did not go to the class on Saturday, I do have the replay available. So just reply back to your confirmation email and I'll send it to you. But anyway, all of those are combined into one class. So you pretty much learn how to make super strong wax melts. And it's only an $18 class, which I'm going to leave up until maybe tomorrow. I'll probably take it down tomorrow. So you just have to get in there by tomorrow. Today, honestly, I didn't even think about it, but I was supposed to change it today. So if you go on my website, hey, Miss Murray, do not forget to get the early bird for that price. You know, guys, that $18. I'm doing luxury coconut wax included in the class. So I'm definitely going to go up on the price. So you want to get in there now. And also the dessert candle class. You want to learn how to make those fantabulous dessert candles. It's on an early bird price still, and it's $15 for the class, and that's under live classes in the description box. You can be able to join in with us next month for that class as well. So, you know, I just want to get those announcements out of the way. Do not forget, because it is not going to stay that price for long. There's a lot of classes on there in the group coaching. And actually, the one-on-one coaching session still discounted. I never went back up on the price on those. I just left it for the month of August because I only do it twice a year. Only discounted twice a year, so I just left it for the month of August. The 30-minute coaching session. That's normally for people who just want to learn how to wick their candles. Some people just you want to learn how to wick your candles. You want to learn how to do labels. You want to learn where to start. You don't know what kind of wax to use. You don't know what kind of wicks to use. If you're just starting or you just, trying to learn or whatever the case may be, those coaching sessions are for you. Or if you're in a place where you just don't want to learn, you just want to know what to buy, what to do, and you just want to go ahead and get started to sell your candles, that's a place for you too. So all of that, that's the coaching sessions on the front page of my website. If you scroll down and say book now. And the group coaching is when all of us come together. And so we all get ideas. We glean from each other. Such a great atmosphere to learn. Okay, so you learn a whole lot. Like, you do not want to miss a group coaching session. And they are on the live classes too. All right, so I wanted to come live and I wanted to talk to you guys about some things that I seen the other day. I've been dealing with you guys on the topic of, are you ready to launch? That's been my topic. Am I ready to launch? Am I ready to launch? All right. So I want to go back a little bit into my history, and it's just like a little back. Hey, good to see you, Miss West. I'm gonna go a little journey you guys back in the time with me, my story. So I started out as a house cleaner. Like I left Philadelphia, and I was like, I wanted to clean houses. Um, I was living in like South Philadelphia at the time, and I was working at like a waterfront. Hey, how you doing, Marvin? Good to see you. I was working at like a waterfront at the time. It was like a waterfront condominium and square spa, whatever place. And Michael Vick and a lot of other football players, baseball players lived there. It was a really nice, beautiful place, and I was a concierge. And I used to see these companies coming in and out. They would be dragging vacuums inside and outside, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm looking like, oh my God, they just cleaning 10, 20 buildings, making all this money. I mean, apartments making all this money. And I'm like, I can do that. So I just kind of started venturing into it when I was down in Philadelphia, but I really didn't know what I was doing. I just was like, okay, I want to start this business. And I cleaned my sister's house as my first client. I think she paid me a little bit of money, but I just cleaned it. And she was happy, but I didn't know how to clean. And she was satisfied. But sisters are very encouraging, but sometimes they cannot tell you the truth because they want you to keep going. And that's what she did. And so I left there and I moved to Atlanta. And when I moved to Atlanta, I wanted to start. I just wanted to start a cleaning business. I was like, I want to start a cleaning business. So I just was working regular jobs for a little bit, and after a while I got tired of it because one thing about an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur before you're an entrepreneur. Like, you don't just wake up and be, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. Like no, you're literally born as an entrepreneur. This is Candle Church, by the way. So I ain't put the tithes and the offering in the description. I'm not worried about it today. Just get you a class, okay? Come to a class. So anyway, you don't wake up as an entrepreneur. You're born that way. And you know it because at a young age, you selling water ice, or you selling some lemonade, or you selling some cigarettes, or you selling some soap or whatever. Hey, good to see you, Kanika. So you really born as an entrepreneur. That's what you want to put in your heart. I was born as an entrepreneur. You always sold something at an early age. That's how you know you were born as an entrepreneur. Like, you always had a desire to work for yourself, sell things for yourself, and you never really wanted to work for other people. Okay? And so I ended up right. I ended up starting this business a little later on, after just thinking about it, and just going through the bumps and the curves of working for other people and getting frustrated. When you're an entrepreneur and you work on a 9 to 5, it can be the most frustrating thing in the world because it's not the call. Okay, it was not what you were called to do. You were never called to really work and be focused on a 9 to 5 when you were born to be an entrepreneur. Okay, so all right. So now let's go ahead and talk about this. So I started basically just working these jobs. I was working at Chipotle. I never forget, I went in the bathroom because I wanted to take a break. I hated it. I was making tacos, not whatever that stuff was, with rice and all this kind of stuff. And they had me rolling up this big old thing that always used to bust. It was a big old taco thing, and I did burrito. It was like a burrito with rice and corn and pico de gallo, and it was just a mess. And I was just on the toilet crying. I was sitting on the toilet crying, and I was like, I was crying like, God, why are you doing this to me? I hate this. I hate working. I was working, and I was just like, I just hated working in hotels. I hated working in any job I had. I hated it. It was not that I was lazy. It was just I hated it because I was called to be an entrepreneur. And I want you guys to hear this because this may be your story. We in Candle Church. I'm going to go ahead and put the offering bucket in there because I'm going to stay on here for quite a while because I'm going to preach this sermon to y'all tonight. I'm going to preach this to you. Okay? So, but I'm not going to lie to you. If my husband called, I'm going to have to cut the sermon short, and I'm going to have to come back on after he get off the phone. Okay. All right. So let me preach this sermon to y'all. So anyway, I did it for a while, whatever. And I cried out to the Lord, and so I left that job and I started looking for another job. And when I went to go look for another job, no other job would hire me except for a cleaning company. The cleaning company paid me $400 a week, and this was about in 2011. So 400 and something dollars a week was good for 2011 for me. So I was like 8, you know what I'm saying? $800 every 2 weeks. They gave me them checks every week, 400. I was cool with that. So I was working that for a while, and then guess what happened? I started getting frustrated because I was like, I was called to have my own cleaning business. So me working for these people was not okay. So I started cleaning their houses, and one day I was walking through the house, and I never forget, the Lord spoke to my heart and said to me, go and look at their checks. God still speaks, okay? I don't know if you guys know that. He speaks. He told me to go and look at their check. And I went and looked at their check, and they made $800 off this house that we were cleaning. So when I got to looking at the check, I started feeling some type of way, because if you're an entrepreneur in heart, you're going to feel some type of way if you feel like I'm not getting paid what I should be getting paid. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I had everything I needed. So I trained up under them. They were the #1 cleaning service in Atlanta at the time. They received the Angie's List Service Award, and they got them contract for movie theaters, all types of houses. They were overflowing in business, and I was right in the middle of it. I was right in the prime of it, and I was just learning from the best. Okay, so I was learning how to clean. I did not know the ultimate setup was so that I can learn how to clean professionally and then go out and have my own cleaning business. So I went and I was working with them for a little bit, and I told them, I said, hey, I'm leaving. And they was like, you leaving? They were upset with me or whatever. I was like, I'm going to college. I just told them something. They was like, well, you're going to need money in college. I was like, I don't care. I'm leaving. And so I left. I went and listed myself on Angie's List. Hey, how you doing? And so I went and listed myself on Angie's List, and I went and listed myself on Craigslist. And what happened was, when I went on there and I listed myself, I got so many clients. The first week I made I think like $1,000 my first week. And when I made the money, and I never forget when I told somebody, and I want you guys to hear this, everybody you tell what you're doing will not be excited for you, and they will not give you the best advice. Some people would be plain out jealous, okay? And I remember telling this guy, I was like, I'm starting my own cleaning business, and I'm about to get started with it. And he told me I was stupid. He said, you stupid. You're going to leave that job where they paying you $400 a week to walk out and start your own business, and you don't know how much you're going to make. And all I knew in my heart was I was walking by faith and not by sight. So I went ahead and did it. And I made $1,000 my first week, and I could not wait to go back to the person that called me stupid and tell him, oh my God, guess what? I did really good this week. I made $1,000. He was like, oh, really? So then the next week, I ended up meeting Gucci Mane, because Gucci Mane had a studio down on Moreland Avenue at the time, and it was like a secluded little, in a back little studio. They called me off of Craigslist, and I never forget, like, just getting that job with him. The first night I worked with him, some jewelry went missing or something, but they ended up calling me, finding it, and they hired me because of the way I responded to the missing jewelry. I kept calling them because I'm not a thief. So I was like, anything you need me to do, you need me to come back. Like, I'm not a thief. But they ended up recovering the jewelry. And then when they recovered it, they called me and they were inviting me to other people's houses because they said they saw that I was trustworthy. So I would go and get Gucci Mane's, like his dry cleaning and all of that kind of stuff. And he was just so kind to me. He would give me hundreds of dollars. And I'm like, yo, you don't have to do that. I only charge this amount. He like, it's not that I have to do it. It's because I want to do it. And he was a big blessing to me. And then after that, he had got arrested. And then, I was just working with his manager for a little bit, and then I just kind of just cut cleaning out because I got pregnant with my son. But what I want to say is I got into it. When I got into it, I had my cleaning buckets. I had all my cleaning supplies. I went and got me an apron. I went and got me some scrubs. I went and got me some shoes. Like, I just wanted to look professional. I got me some t-shirts made, and it was just me. But I went all the way around the city of Atlanta and all in the Atlanta parts, and I was just cleaning people's houses. 400 here, 300 here, 400 here. And I was just cleaning, just making a whole lot of money. And it was up until I had got pregnant with my, I got a 7-year-old. So this was about 7 years ago or whatever. when I got and so I was just doing it for a lot longer than that or whatever. So anyway, I started out with just a bucket and what I had, but I was very professional. Like when I went in there, I knew what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I knew what I was doing. I knew I needed a website. I knew what them people looked up from Craigslist. I didn't want to look like Craigslist. I didn't want to look like just the girl who had, the little girl that just started her cleaning business. Like I wanted to look professional. So when people see me, I was cleaning the majority of studios at that time, but I knew I wanted to look professional. I knew what I wanted to look like. And so the other day I was online and I put out a message in my Facebook group and I said, hey guys, I want to buy some candles and melts from somebody again. And I started going through the websites and stuff and I was like, man, beautiful job, beautiful job, beautiful job. But there were so many things I saw as a customer that I was like, these people are not ready to launch. Because as a customer, you can see what you can. I can see what you can't see. So some people they only had about 5 candles, 5 cents. So the first thing I said is, you don't even have stuff for people to choose. You know what I'm saying? Like me, when I went into people's houses, I had packages. I had a basic cleaning package. I had a deluxe cleaning package. I had a deep cleaning package. I had a quickie. And I had I just had stuff where I would go in. The quick one was when I would just go in, clean the kitchen, clean the bathrooms, and leave. And they didn't need, the living room. The bedrooms and stuff, they would handle it themselves. So I would give them a quick rate, quick price, in and out. So I had just a level of, so when I looked at those websites, hey, good to see you. When I looked at those websites, I saw people with 5 or 6 fragrances. Then I saw people with, oh my God, no pictures. It was a lot of people that had no pictures on their website. And it was really good to see you, Miss Young. It was people with no pictures on their website and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I want to see what I'm buying. I'm the type of person like this. I'll buy something, then I'll go back to my purchase and I'll just kind of look at my purchase and be like, oh my God, I just bought these. Like not too long ago, I went and bought me some furry slides off of True Religion. I went back to those True Religion slides after I brought them and was looking at them. And then I went back to my email, my confirmation email, was looking at my confirmation email because I really liked looking at the slides. So sometimes people want to come back and look at their purchase. Like, okay, I brought the birthday cake candle. I brought the mahogany teak wood. They want to look at everything they brought. And so when you don't have pictures, it robs the customer of that experience, okay? Because it matters. So I looked at that. Then I looked at people with their websites, and they have the website where it says unavailable this and this and that, and so they can't work it. They're not technical. So you got people who got websites, but they're not technical. So I advise you, if you're not a person who really know how to design and develop a website, and Shopify can be a little bit challenging for some people, but not all people, I advise you to go to Big Cartel. Big Cartel, you can upload about 50 products to that website. You can have a nice description. You can use PayPal, and I believe it's Stripe checkout. Between PayPal, it's PayPal and Stripe. So you could take credit cards and you could take PayPal. You can have 50 products for $9.99. If you want to have more products, you put $19.99 a month and you get more products. It's very easy to upload your things. You don't have no problems with just the coding or anything. You don't have to do anything like that. You just pretty much uploading, pushing it out there, and that's it. So people can come on in and can easily navigate on that website, and it's just a wham bam. Like pretty much they going on there, buying their stuff, leaving. Okay, but you could do that for $9.99 a month, and it's called BigCartel.com. Big Cartel. Okay, so that's a plug right there. Okay, and I did part Big Cartel for a long time. I sold oils on it. And they really don't have, they have a free one, but you can only have 5 products or something like that on there. So, most of us got more than 5 products. You want to do something that costs, okay? While you guys on here, like she said, while you guys on here, I want to remind y'all to get in that early bird class, go into live classes. We got the wax melt class coming up, and we got the dessert candle class, and we got the Group coaching and stuff like that is in the description box. Hey, Jen. So I saw that. And then I looked at the website and I was like, man, websites is important when you're doing online business. You got to make sure that number one, your website is up to speed. You can go and do a speed test. If you go on to Google, just put in speed test, website speed test, and it'll come up. Is one that's called, I think it's Pingdom, and it's another one. And you could go and test your website speed, and basically it will give you a grade. It will give you an A, a B, a C, a D, and an F. If you get an F on it, that means that you failed and it's not fast enough. Whenever you have a website, a customer will only sit on that website for such a short amount of time before it up. It has to move fast. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the website can't be slow. Okay? Because if the customer, let me tell you, two things that the customer will run away for. Redirect, and slow speed. Two things. Those are two things that they will run away for. So when I went on my website the other day, it was running extremely slow. And I said, why is this website running slow? What's going on? So I went to if you have WordPress, it's the plugins. So I went to all the plugins. All the plugins was updated. I deactivated my plugins. I reactivated my plugins. They were fine. And then I went to the theme and I found out that the theme had an update. And that was the reason why the website was running slow. But when I went and did a test on it, it had a D. Okay? So that's what you have to do. You have to make sure. So if your website is running slow, and it was one girl, her website was running like a turtle. And I was like, this is what's going to retract, not attract. Your customers will run away if it take too, because the other thing about it, people are very impatient. They don't want to wait for you to have like your website. Like they like, oh, I need to click on this and this thing need to work like right now. They're not going to sit here like do 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 and waiting for your website to load. They're not going to do that. So you're going to have to make sure that it's running fast enough, okay? And another thing is when you go on your website, less is best. Don't have everything on your front page, okay? If you got everything on your front page, it will make the customer lazy and they won't even click on the menu. So that means if you laid out 10 products on your front page, then you already doing something wrong. On your front page, you should have, it should just be a showcase. A front page should be just a beautiful little show, like this is my business. We have soft skin products. We have, organic candles or soy blend. This is a picture of this and that. That's how your front page should look. If you got a front page and you have products on your front page, take those products off your front page because more than likely they're going to shop on your front page, which is very limited compared to what's inside the menu. Okay, so I'm giving you guys some Candle Church information, okay? And I'm not, you get it. You better take notes because it's coming straight to you. So that's another thing, okay? So don't overload your front page and don't allow it to run slow. Now let's talk about redirect, okay? Because we're talking about web pages. We're talking about that. Let's talk about redirect. Redirect is a scary thing for people. The reason why it's scary is because of all of the cyber scams and things like that that's going on where people, credit cards is getting robbed and stuff like that. So people are very leery when they constantly being redirected. And also it's time consuming. So it makes the person with the antsy, ADHD mind be like, I can't do this. I can't. Just take me to the candles. Just take me to the candles. That's too much. You know what I mean? So constant redirect will drive people away from your website as well. So you need to make sure that if you have a website, you need to get straight to the point. Do not redirect people, okay? Straight to the point. I got the 2 domains. So if they come into diamondshinesoaps.com, it will take you to diamondshinesoap.com, so it will redirect you one time. But if you click in any other place on my website, there's no redirecting. Okay, so you need to make sure that you have that right. Okay, so another thing is coloring. coloring, colors. So I go on some people's website and they have so much going on. It was one lady in particular, she had so much going on that it hurt my eyes. It was just ridiculousness.com. That's the name of her website. It was just pure ridiculousness.com. And I was just frustrated on her website. Her website made me angry and it gave me a headache. It was so much stuff on there. It was looked like a GoFundMe account. It looked like she was raising money for a charity. I don't know what the heck that thing was about. It was so bad that my girlfriend sent it to me, and she didn't even know this was my little candle buddy at the time. She didn't even know I seen it before her. She was like, "This is the worst website I ever seen in my life." It was so much going on in this website. It was so many colors. It was so bright. That's another thing. If you got a website and you have very bright, weird colors, like you got green and orange and purple and all of these colors, make it very, like Connie said, keep it very simple. Keep your website very simple, okay? All right. Another thing is script, okay? Text, your text, the text, the font size. If you have this little teeny tiny eeny meeny polka dot bikini font size, people come on your website and they can't read it, they can't understand it, they gonna just get away from it. This is the thing though. I want to help you guys understand something about this whole thing about websites and stuff like that. People are very impatient. This is 2022. People are popcorn. They're very impatient. If you want to know how impatient people are, go ahead and Google the revenue of your local McDonald's. Google the revenue of your local Burger King. You will see how impatient people are. People don't even want to cook for themselves no more. Themselves. They don't even want to cook because they're impatient. They don't feel like waiting. Some people don't remember how we used to sit there and wait for our toast in the morning. You would put your toast in the toaster. They don't even want to wait on the toaster. They walk away from the toast and come back and it got popped up and burnt because they don't even want to wait on that. So when it comes down to certain things in business, you don't want to do that. And so, okay, so we got over that. And then these are the things I want you to write down, the things that will draw people away from your website. And I want to give you another thing, bad photography. If you want to have all of this crazy background in each picture and you want to look unprofessional, then you are definitely setting yourself up for no sales or low sales. Okay? Because there's a certain class of people that will not buy from an unprofessional looking website. So if you want to go and you really want people to come on your website and shop, I want you to go and practice using the same background. Okay, don't use 29 different color backgrounds. I was looking at somebody the other day. It looked like Gladys Knights and the Pimps. And I ain't say Gladys Knight and the Pimps. I'm talking about Gladys Knights and the Pimps. It was a bunch of sparkles and shiny stuff. I felt like it was just, I don't know what they was doing. But all I know is when I saw all the sparkles and all this shiny stuff, I felt like I was back in the day with P. Diddy and Mace and all, and it was shiny suits and sparkly stuff. I ain't talk about that. But that was it. It was the backgrounds. It was backgrounds. Your lighting. Lighting is important. If you're going to take some pictures, you better make sure that you have some good lighting. You can go on Amazon and you can get, don't you get that photo box. If I catch you with that photo box, I'm going to drive by your house and I'm going to flatten your tires. Go on Amazon and get you studio lighting. And what I'm going to show you what studio light look like. So studio lighting is very inexpensive. You can get it off of eBay for cheaper, actually, not Amazon. So you can get this off of Amazon. It look like this. or you can get it off of eBay. But when you plug it up, you pretty much light, and it's cheap. It's like $30 on eBay. You can get it for like $30. But this will give you really good lighting. Okay, really really good lighting. You taking it. You see how I gave that good lighting on this chair? Like it's really really good lighting. Okay, you can get this off of Amazon and you can get it off of eBay, and it's really really inexpensive. It's really good lighting. You see that? It changes. It changed. It brought lighting in. Really inexpensive. So you can get it for like it's like under $50. You can get it off of eBay. So just go on there and look up photography lighting, and you'll be able to find it. It gives your pictures such a wonderful look. You see how I brought in so much light on me? Like it lightened up my face. It lightened up the way I look on camera. That's what you want to do. You want to put it up on your products. If you have an iPhone, you want to put it in portrait mode. And then after you finish with it, you edit it because you might want to still add some more lighting to it. Okay, and then you find you an app on your phone where you can go and whiten out the creases of the paper, because some people use like paper, so they'll have the paper like this and then they'll have a line, so they'll have it like this and they'll have that line from right here to right here, and you don't want people to see that line, so you want to like pull it forward, like pull it away from, like separate your pictures from the background. Don't you never see me with like you never can see the background in my pictures. You separate it. And this is how you have professional looking pictures. Like you just separate it from the background. Never show the background. And if you have a portrait mode, let it blur out the background. Okay? So you have good photography. This is how you up your sales. People will not, let me tell you something. A lot of people will not shop with you based on how you got your products looking. You may have a fantastic candle, but if you got that thing on an ugly background and it look dark and gloomy and boomy, they will completely skip over it because they like, I don't want this. Another thing is, what is it? Make sure that when you taking your pictures and stuff, like your labeling, you make sure that your ink and everything make sure everything is aligned. Make sure you don't have no issues with the misalignment and the inkjet, the heads, the printer heads. Like make sure they cleaned and everything, because those labels, when you got all of those lines and all of that kind of stuff on the label, people can see that. You want to look as clean, classy, and professional as possible. Okay, so making those little countertop pictures where everything look homemade, that's not always the go. So you want to make sure that you start going on Pinterest. Take time out at night. I always tell people, when you laying up in that bed at night surfing on Facebook, take that time out and put that into your business, because the Facebook time you will never get back. But the investment that you make into your business on Pinterest, you'll have that in your heart. That's a seed that you sow in your heart that will reap a harvest, and it will produce fruit of its kind. So it's for your business. Okay? So what I'm saying is, go and do it. Go online, sit at night instead of scrolling on Instagram, looking at reels. Look on Instagram at people candles. Pull up candles on Instagram. Go and scroll and look at people candles. Look at their pictures. Get inspired by other people's artwork. Go on Pinterest. Get inspired by other people's photography. Get inspired, okay? And this is what I want you to do, okay? So you got that. You got this. So this is actually like minor stuff that I'm telling y'all. This stuff that y'all already probably know already. I don't even really have to. This minor stuff. This stuff y'all probably know already. All right. She said, Connie said, I'm guilty of them bad pics. Jocelyn said, oh my God, I must have said some crazy stuff, Josh. So yeah, okay, so now next. Now listen, this is what we call Candle Church. This is Candle Church. This is business 101, helping you to develop into a better business owner, entrepreneur. This is what we're doing. This is exactly what we're doing. So I hope you're not sitting here without a notepad and a pen. Because I'm going to tell you a little secret about these videos. I delete them.